As the most promising British tennis player in years, Tim Henman has had the full weight of the British public's expectations on his shoulders. Their passionate craving for a home-born Wimbledon champ has added both enormous support and pressure to his exciting game. But he's never won a Grand Slam, and British fans are now wondering when, if at all, that day will come. Despite this, most commentators believe he has the potential to claim one of the biggest prizes in tennis. Tim can play every shot in the book, and his desire to win and mental strength are top class. But with age not on his side, the harsh truth is that Tim is unlikely to improve any further. If a player is to become a regular winner of Grand Slam titles and world #1 contender, they have usually made the breakthrough by now. Pat Rafter was 24, Andre Agassi 22, and Sampras just 19 when they picked up their first major titles. Now, Henman finds himself anxiously looking over his shoulder at the youthful likes of Hewitt, Haas and Kiefer as retirement looms closer. Tim was born on September 6, 1974 in Oxford to parents Jane and Tony. He first began to play tennis at the age of 3, and by 5 he had already decided that he wanted to make tennis his professional career. This decision was not out of place in the Henman family. His father, Tony, played tennis to county standard, as well as hockey, squash, cricket and football. Both his grandfather and great-grandmother had played at Wimbledon. Tim attended Reed's Public School in Cobham and was coached at the nearby David Lloyd Centre by Tony Lloyd and Oni Parran. After joining the World Tour in 1993, he rose steadily through the rankings, breaking into the top 200 in 1994, the top 100 in 1995, and the top 30 in 1996, becoming British #1. He reached the quarterfinals of Wimbledon and the semi-finals of 6 ATP tournaments. Tim ended the year winning the ATP Most Improved Player on Tour. He was elected onto the ATP Tour Player Council in 1996, shortly before he won his first ATP tournament in Sydney at the beginning of 1997. Elbow surgery put him out of action for 7 weeks, but he still made the quarterfinals at Wimbledon. Another final appearance in Doha and 3 semi-finals in Nottingham, Basel and Vienna helped win him the runner-up prize in the BBC Sports Personality of the Year Awards. In 1998, Tim reached the semi-finals at Wimbledon and won ATP titles in Tashkent and Basel. His consistent performances in the final half of the season resulted in him finishing the year at number 7. His game, with a strong service and accurate volleying, is well suited to the grass courts of Wimbledon. But he has more in his arsenal. His backhand has produced many winners, and the great Pete Sampras has praised his natural talent, proclaiming Tim one day would win at the All England Club. Away from the world of tennis, Tim is a superb golfer and supports Oxford United Football Club. He married Lucy Held in December 1999 and currently lives in Barnes, London, with their only child, Rose Elizabeth. The great British public will always love Tim Henman, mainly because of his heroic performances at Wimbledon and for his nation in the Davis Cup. The fact that the final step has so far eluded him may be frustrating, but it is testament to the increased expectation of fans and enormous talent of Tim himself. He has given new hope to British tennis and has possibly inspired a new generation of champions who one day will remember their idol.